All right. My name's Paul. I've got autism and I knock up random videos and bang them up onto YouTube about autism, really. Um, Still haven't got intros or, have my name popping up on the bottom, but that's just because I haven't really got time to mess about. Um, I've got a topic for the video, but I want to give an update, and the update is I have booked the dentist. Boom. For those of you who don't know, I am petrified of the dentist, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Absolutely petrified. There are not many things in this world which scare me more than a dentist, but you've got to go, haven't you? And if there was any dentists watching, not that I'm sure there is, but I'll be very interested if a comment pops up. I'm a dentist. Why'd you hate me? I don't hate you, dentists, but there's certain things within me that fear you unbelievably. You know, like I'm petrified of needles, absolutely petrified. And what's unfortunate for me is I get banged into a stereotype every time I've got to have a needle. If I have to have blood taken and I'm pacing around like a crazy person, and then I go in and they're like, "Sit in that chair, please, and let's wrap this band on you." I go, "No thanks. Can I stand up? And instead of you using that needle, can you use a butterfly needle because they're smaller?" They're like, "Oh, size of you. You're a big bloke. What you scared of needles for?" If I knew why I was scared of needles, I wouldn't be scared of needles. I know it's just this tiny little sharp stick, for a very short period of time, and it's not the worst thing in the world. Fully aware of that. But that pain that shoots through my body the second that sharpness hits, it's like, it doesn't matter where it is in my body, it goes straight to the base of my spine and just sends this shock through my entire system. And it jolts me neck, it gives me a headache, all the way down to my toes, my feet sweat. It's gross. And I don't like it. And I'm petrified of it. So that stereotype doesn't work for me, just because I'm not one of these, and I do know I'm a grufty guy. I do know that. I'm not, like I say, I'm not a young whippersnapper with that moisturized skin and floppy hair and skinny jeans where I've got no idea where they stick the meat and two veg. But I don't like needles. See, look at my arms, no tattoos, nothing. I'm not the hypocrite who says can't stand needles, but then I'm covered in tattoos. I'd love tattoos. I would, I'd love a nice sleeve down one arm. I'd like a Polynesian one, even though I'm not the Rock. I'd still like a funky looking tattoo. Just them needles. So I don't like needles. I don't like people over me, like because they're obviously always over you to start messing around in your mouth. Can't stand that, and I just feel powerless. I just feel like I can't just get up and run. And you're not just prone; you're sort of sliding backwards as well. You really tipped over in that chair, so I don't like that. And then to top it off, it's people with the faces covered. I can't stand it. And I have genuinely received hate for that in my personal life because it's hating on a religion where women have to have the faces covered. And that's the problem with this world. Whatever you say, people are looking for something where they can take offense. Get a grip, have a laugh every now and again. The reason I don't like people with the faces covered, well, they're probably fine, but I don't like the faces covered, is because I can't see their face. Obvious, I know, but I need to see a face. I need to know what that face is doing so I can judge the situation. And COVID's been a pain just for that reason with people having the faces covered. But then the joy is, they're a good 2 meters away. So, whether they've just got a mask on because they're, abiding by what's been asked of them, or whether secretly they're a ninja, I don't know. But, at least they're far apart. But, I've got that trifecta. I've got faces covered, people over me, and needles. And it's just overload for me, and I probably should do a video on, what it's like to have an overload or a meltdown or shutdowns or whatever. But you're talking sensory overload, and the dentist is prime example. I can't beat it. I can't reduce it. It's horrific. And it actually got me thinking as well. Like PIP. If anyone's in England, they'll be aware of what PIP is. Think it means personal independence payments. And it's not means tested. Anyone can apply for it. And I never do because, I see myself as self sufficient. I work, I drive, I pay my bills, but I can't go to a normal dentist. I can't go to an NHS dentist where it's at a reduced cost because you're then governed by what they want to do, and the dentist round the corner, for example, that's who I was under. And she is vicious. She's good, but she's vicious and she's got no bedside manner. She's sort of like, if you're scared, it's like, well, we've got to do it. And it's like, yeah, I know you've got to do it, but I need to gather myself. Just let me have 5 minutes to breathe. And she's like, I haven't got 5 minutes. This is a 10-minute appointment. Get in the chair. That's not what I need. I'm not just being a mad, for being a mad's sake. I'm not just feeling awkward because I want to, So then you feel really pressured. You feel, like everything's against you. Then you get stabbed in the face and your face goes numb. You just feel horrible, So I have to go private, and I finally found someone private who's local. It's a small dentist, and I've never been. I've only been for the checkup to tell me what I needed, and I've got a fractured tooth up here, and I need a filling on this side. I don't know why I just used my other hand for that. Filling on that side, fracture on this side, and I need that, visit to the hygienist, which is going to sound gross, but I didn't know that was a thing because I've never been offered it before. So I've either got clean teeth or I've just been to bad dentists where I didn't know I needed this scale and polish thing where they get under your gums and give it a good clean. So because I need these three things doing, um, if I'd have gone with the NHS, that would have been 3 visits. That would have been a visit for this side, a visit for this side, and then a visit to the hygienist or hygienist. Tomato, tomato, it's fine. And for them 10-minute slots. And I can't deal with 3 visits. I'm one of those people, if you're going to punch me in the face, just, and you need to do it 5 times, just punch me in the face 5 times. Don't split it up over the weeks. So I've had to reach out to go private, and it's expensive, And I've told you about my autism assessment, and that was expensive, because I had to go private because that was a time sensitive matter. And now, dentists, I've lost the willpower to fight through and use an NHS dentist. I need things more on my terms. So going back to PIP, personal independent payments, I almost feel like I'm going to have to apply for it because I have to use my own money to pay for the dentist. And, the NHS dentist I have to pay for, but it's a capped amount. Whereas this place, it's like £110 for every filling you need. And I've already told you I need 2 and then this clean. But thankfully, I've spoke to them and they're like, yeah, we will, because it's all on the top, we'll do it all in one sitting. So, your head will be numb. I'm like, don't care. While I'm there, while I'm already defeated, just do the lot. And thankfully, I'm paying them, so they listen to me, and I need that. So with PIP, I kind of feel like I'm going to have to maybe apply for it to try and get this payment to save up. I'm not asking for a fortune, but the amounts that would add up. So when I do have to go to the dentist, then that money's covered, So, or even if I could just submit dental bills, I'm not going to come back with, Tom Cruise veneered teeth or anything like that. But obviously that's what personal independent payments for, but I didn't ever put my mind to that category because because one, I can't stand chances. I hate people who rip the system off. There's no need for it. If you want money, go and get money. Don't, like, well, there's things I could say which would land me in a lot of hot water. So I'll refrain, I'll bite back. But I personally have a hatred for when people expect something for nothing. And I know that's not what Pip's for. I absolutely get that, but that's how I felt. I feel if I apply for it when I can usually sort myself out, then maybe I shouldn't. But I also have to tell myself that the only reason I need to go private, it's not because I want to, it's because I've got no choice because of the autism, melting me down and finally getting me to a point where it's gone. Sorry, Paul, no more NHS dentists for you, lad. We can't deal with that anymore. um, so, yeah, dentist trip, 27th of May. Absolutely petrified. It's all I'm thinking about. The dentist did say they'd give me a prescription for diazepam. And I've had diazepam before when I've had to have needles and I've used the Emla creams and all these other things that make me sound like a massive wuss. But um, that hasn't arrived yet. I booked the appointment like 2 weeks ago, so I'm starting to shake a bit, starting to get nervous. I need something to, get me off my rocker so I can walk in there not knowing what's going on, or fall asleep. That'd be even better. Just do everything while I'm snoring my face off. Happy days. Um, but they've gone with the 10 milligram. I don't think they're allowed to give any more than that because they're the dentist. They don't do any sort of gas and air treatment. I'm not sure why, but like I say, they're a private, they're only small, so maybe they're limited. They did say that we could knock you out. We do offer that, and that starts with a needle going in the back of your hand. Well, there it is, needle. You know, give me that menthol smelling gas to knock me out. I'll be happy with that. If I've got to have a needle, it doesn't matter where it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's coming up. I don't know if I'll get to do another one of these before I have that, but trust me, once it's done, I will feel such a weight of relief. When people say you can feel the weight of the world on your shoulders, I genuinely can feel the weight of the dentist coming up. And I've also got to have a second COVID jab as well, and that's on my mind. So I'm not going to be able to focus or give my mind the time back, until the beginning of June, really. So there you go. I've got like a full month taken up of the weight of needles on my mind, and I've got a headache today because it's all I'm thinking about because I'm a weirdo. Anyway, that's crazy. I've done a lot of waffling. Obviously, I've got that. I needed to get that off my chest. I was only going to say, I've got the dentist coming up. Wish me luck. Anyway, I actually wanted to talk about something else that's coming up, and that's my birthday. Um, I'm not a fan of birthdays, and I don't know whether it's an autistic thing, and that's why I'm doing it. But I just don't get birthdays. I don't understand them anyway. But personally, I don't tell people when my birthday is because I don't want the attention that comes with it. I don't want people to be like, "Happy birthday, Paul." And I know that's nothing. Wishing someone a happy birthday, it's nice and fair enough, and you can just smile and go, "Cheers." And people will ask you follow-on questions. Did you do anything nice for your birthday? Did you go out for a meal? What did you get? Did anyone buy you anything nice? And I am a bit, and I know it sounds crazy when I say this, but I am a private person, even though I'm on the internet talking to people I've never met, and I've got no idea who will watch it, and sharing some of the, how I actually feel. But that's just emotion, isn't it? I'm sharing emotion and trying to link autism. I don't share, what color underpants I've got on. Just had to check. But I don't tell people when my birthday is because I don't want to have that interaction. I don't want people to wish me a happy birthday. I don't want to have to talk about what I got. I don't have to talk about if I did anything. So I just don't share when my birthday is. Am I the only one? At worst, I will tell people my birthday is in May. And, if anyone can understand what I'm talking about on this, I will say my birthday's in May, and then someone will say, May the what? And I just go, well, it's somewhere between the first and the end, every year. But then they start getting bothered by that. They will say to you, like, oh well, come on, just tell me when your birthday is. And it's like, no, it's my birthday. And they just get bothered, and they'll say something like, it's just your birthday. And then I respond, well, if it's just my birthday, why are you getting so bothered? And they just get tetchy, and I don't know what it's about. But I don't share when my birthday is, so I can avoid all that. When I used to be on Facebook, I would hide my date of birth because if anyone was going to wish me a happy birthday, I wanted it to be genuine. I didn't want it to just flag up on people's Facebook saying it's Paul's birthday today and they would just write on me wall or send a text, happy birthday, mate. It's like, you didn't even remember Facebook did it for you. I've got, outside of my mum and a couple of other close people, like my mate Craig will send me a message around my birthday. It's usually a day before, a day later, and it's just like, happy birthday, big lad. And I don't know if he's talking about my height or weight, but I'm not very tall, so that probably answers it. But at least, that's genuine, even if it's not on the day. And I appreciate it. And I say, cheers, mate, because I know he's not going to, pester. But I can't really avoid that one because I've known the guy since school. Um, but I don't tell anyone when it is. And this year, I've booked it off. Um, I've actually booked the day and then the day after off, just so I cannot be in work, just in case. I think this is the first year I've been with the company where my birthday is in that catch. It is going to get caught. And our admin person has asked me several times when my birthday is, but I'm not sharing. It's my birthday. I did say to her, I don't really do that. I don't want you to send me a card and a gift from the team, and she was like, "Oh, why not? It's only a happy birthday." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to." Then it's like when you go to the pub with your mates and they want to do rounds. I've always been the guy who says, "No, it's all right. I'll buy my own drink." Because I just don't want to get dragged in and then be a part of something with a group of people. Because then I start getting bothered and, what if he's drinking whiskey? That's going to cost more. I just don't want to be part of, people and and their groups. And I know that's something people want to do. They want to bond together and do something. Not me. Um, so yeah, I'm not really a sharer of the day. I'll tell you what, I have never understood this. This is something I've never understood, and maybe someone can explain it to me, and I'd appreciate only logical answers, please. And that is when you work in an office and it's your birthday, you bring cakes in for everyone else. No, it's my birthday. You bring me cakes. I want a cake off every single person. Why would I bring cakes in on my birthday to give to everyone else? It's my birthday and I've got to go and spend my money. No, not doing that. If I worked in an office and that was the mentality of it, I can promise you I'd be off every year without fail just to save 50 quid on cakes for everyone. Not doing that. I've never got that. It's your birthday. You should be treated. Should be Paul Appreciation Day. Not everybody else's. So I don't get that one. I sound like a right humbug, don't I? I don't get cards either. I've never understood cards. I'm going to chop this tree down that gives us oxygen to put words on for you to throw away probably before the end of the day. I don't keep cards. I don't keep anything really. I mean, apart from me wrestlers, when I was a kid, they're up on the top shelf behind us. Not the only shelf you can see. I don't even know what's on that one. But I don't keep things. I'm not bothered about a card. Don't send me a card. And people will still. I know it's older people generally, but they will send cards. And I've never understood why you chop a tree down just to say something you could say in person. And especially now, you can send a text. And I know people want to keep cards, but personally, they're not for me. I also don't like the increased interaction with people on your birthday. I get anxious of the thought of it, And again, thankfully, COVID's been around, not for the deaths, not for the job losses, not for the homes that have been lost, but for, the fact that you're not allowed to touch people, because people are like, happy birthday, mate. And they want to shake your hand or give you a kiss on the cheek. I don't want your hand to touch mine, and I don't want your slaver on my face. Just say happy birthday. Don't touch me. It doesn't mean anything more just because you want to invade my space. So I don't like that. I don't know if I've said it before, but on New Year's when I used to go to my uncle's house, I would be in the toilet, at the time when everyone's wishing Happy New Year, just so I didn't have to touch people or get them touching me. Never understood what that's meant to do. It means more because I'm touching you. I believe you. Just, don't touch me. It'll mean more to me. um, Presents, though, I've got to admit, when I was a kid, I loved birthdays. So I know that's kind of going against the grain now. I'm an older dude. But when I was a kid, I loved it because we were poor and I didn't have, you know, any gift ever if it wasn't my birthday or if it wasn't Christmas. I never got gifts. We were that poor that what had happened, and probably a lot of people, again, my age or older, will remember, your parents would buy a pair of school pants at the beginning of the year and they would be too long and they'd take them up, and as the year went on, they'd keep taking them down. So hopefully by the end of the year, you'd grown into the pants. I'm not saying I got school pants for my birthday, by the way, but there was no money, there was no present, there was no gift. So as a kid, it was great because, you got new things or you got better things than what you already owned. And that was awesome. So when I was a kid, I loved it. But then I got older and I could afford the stuff myself. So now I've got what I want. Um, and when you're older, especially me, people give you socks and they'll look at you with a really excited look on the face as you're unwrapping it. They pass you the present. You're like, yeah, this is socks. And you're unwrapping it. You look at them and they've got a big grin on the face. Like, yay, I got you a present. And you unwrap it and you go, oh, socks. Thanks. And they're like, hey, yeah, they're good socks, them. Really good quality, them socks. I got Reginald some of them socks. They are good, Yeah, cheers. Thanks very much. And come on, they're just socks. And I have I'd like to just receive the gifts off people, lock myself away, open them, and I don't have to do the emotion thing with my face for other people to watch because that again creates anxieties and bother and stress. Because it's sort of like if I open socks, I just open them and I go socks. All right, next, open it, more socks. Great. What's this? Ooh, chocolate. And I'm not gonna focus and stare at the present and be super excited. It's just thanks, I appreciate it, but I want to be able to show that with just my normal plain face. I don't want to have to be an animated clown over something that you bought 5 pairs for 10 quid off Groupon. But thanks anyway. I do appreciate it, but it's not like when you're a kid. And then people will say this, and let's see if you like me on this one. If they say, if you don't tell me what you want by the time by the time I need to buy you something, then you're gonna get surprises. I can't stand surprises. I don't watch horror films because I don't like surprises. I don't go to haunted houses because why would I walk around an empty house and be scared of pipes, making banging sounds because there's air in them. But I don't like surprises. I do not like surprises. So when people say they're going to get me a surprise, I always wonder, what do you think I want that I don't know I want? And if I wanted it, I would own it, unless it was ridiculously expensive. And to be fair, when I've been asked this year, I did think about getting some stuff that I could put in a little travel pack because I stay away so much with work. I'm just in the hotel in the evening, bored, waiting to go to sleep till the next day. It's not an exciting life when you work away. So I thought, what if I got a travel pack for camera, lights, stuff like that, and then maybe I could do a few more videos while I'm working away. I thought that might be a good idea, but then I remembered I'm not exactly Michael Jackson of the internet, you know, for the talent, not the other stuff. But I'm going to get hit with surprises. So God knows what they'll be. Probably socks. Um, yeah. Obviously, no party because there's no friends, so that's a bonus. I can't go out to eat because England's thing, you can only eat outside at the minute, and I don't smoke, and I don't really want to have to pay for a meal and have someone on the table next to me smoking because that'll just do my nutting. I won't like that at all. Um, but I think I've just never really celebrated birthdays. I don't understand what there is to celebrate. Let's say it was like, when you play The Sims and you age up a kid or someone in that, you get like this thing that comes around them, this glitter and what have you, and they spin and they get bigger. If that happened every year in real life, where something obvious happened where you aged up, like one year you're 49, then when you're 50, all your hair turns from whatever color to gray, it's just whatever it'd be. But nothing changes. It's gone from a Monday to a Tuesday, right? So I've never understood why we celebrate them, but then we mourn death as well, don't we? And I don't understand that. Like people get really upset when someone dies, and for the most part, I can understand that. Like my best mate who died at 32, you'd better believe that was sad because he shouldn't have gone at 32. It makes zero sense. But if you take someone like Prince Philip, he died aged 99 and he was a millionaire. Now, I'm not being funny with this. Celebrate that he's dead. I got that wrong. Celebrate the life he had before he died because he had 99 years of it. He was loaded, could do whatever he wanted. 99. What more do you want? And I just don't understand why people get so upset. You had 99 years with the guy. Say hello to him, spend a bit more time. You can't, always say that thing where if I just had 24 hours more with them, I would have told them this. 99 years worth of 24 hours a day. You had your time. It's not my fault that you decided not to use any of it. So yeah, I think some funerals, especially for a 99-year-old millionaire, I'm pretty sure he did what he wanted and had a pretty cushy life. So well done you. I'm sure it's sad for his missus, Queen, whatever. But yeah, I've never understood that. And I don't understand people who count the age of someone after they've died. It's sort of like, they would have been 68 this year. When do you stop doing that? And why do you count? Yeah, they would have been, but I would have had pigtails if I didn't go bald. You can't always have something that doesn't exist and keep making stuff up on top of it. It doesn't work. And when do you stop counting? Do you go 100, let's stop? Or are you there as 100-year-old going, if me dad didn't die, he'd be 182 by now? Humans are weird. So are us with autism. And my autism is I don't like birthdays. So I am going to be under the radar. No one's going to know when it is. I'll get the text messages off, a couple of people who definitely know. I'll get the message off me mate the day after. I'll get a card off me mum, couple of little prezzies, and I will get a takeaway. I'll have the day off work. And who knows, I might even do another one of these. But then again, I might be too scared because I've got the dentist, haven't I? Whoa, look at that. I just brought it all back around. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Keep smiling.